Once again, you're locked into the sounds of Paleblu on Reprezent Radio 107.3 FM. Joining me in the studio right now, up-and-coming producer who's been taking the D&B scene, the pop scene, the everything scene by storm. It's man like Tommy Villiers. How's it going, mate?
Yeah, it's great, man. Thanks so much for having me, man. Cheers.
You're very welcome. You've been on my radar for a little while. It's a pleasure to have you down. Yeah.
Thanks.
Love what you're doing, man.
Appreciate that.
It's
bro.
vibes. It's vibes. Yeah, welcome to Rep. You've been here before, obviously.
Yeah.
So you're no stranger. Second time?
Yeah, my second time DJ.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming down. The way I normally do these things is I talk about like kind of you and your experiences first.
Mm-hmm.
So you obviously like grew up in Essex.
That is right.
If I'm correct.
Yeah,
Whereabouts in
yeah.
Essex are you from?
It's a place called Saffron Walden.
Oh, right, okay.
So like North Essex,
Yeah.
near Cambridge. Yeah, pretty much just went high school there. I live in like a little village.
Yeah.
On like a farm somewhere.
Nice.
Yeah, have loads of parties there.
Farmer Tommy.
My dad allows it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. My dad definitely didn't. So lucky you, mate.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's great.
What was it like growing up around there?
It was sweet, really. I mean, I didn't like there were no clubs. I didn't actually go to a club until I was like, just started uni, which is kind of normal for most people. But like, it meant that we just had loads of house parties, basically.
Yeah.
So in sixth form, that's what we were doing. But yeah, no, it's really good. There was a really good like music department at my school.
Wicked.
Yeah, that was proper good. So I was like in like concert band, jazz band, brass band.
Would you say, did you always have like a love for music, or did it come like just from school, or did you have it before?
Yeah, no, I started like when it properly began. I was like playing trumpet.
Yeah. Trumpet as well, mate.
Yeah.
How many instruments do you play?
Bit like guitar's my main.
Yeah.
Bass. Like I play drums for a bit.
Yeah.
Trumpet.
So
a bit of keys. Like I hit them in time.
Nice, mate.
They're not the right notes, but
Multi-instrumentalist. There's not a lot of those in D&B, to be honest, mate. So good on you.
Oh, cheers, man. But yeah, what was growing up like in Walden? It was great because all my older brothers' mates were DJs.
Yeah.
That's the most important.
Drum and bass, or just like?
Yeah, oh man, everything.
Yeah.
There was these two DJs called they're called Midnight Groove.
Right.
And they were playing like all the house and disco and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if you ever heard of a producer called Manuel.
I haven't. No.
He's based in Bristol right now. He's my first ever D&B set was his set. Just like I was 16, just at a house party, watching him like play like huge jump up.
So you started DJing when you were a teenager, then just going to house parties.
Yeah.
Much,
Well, basically, what happened was, so all my older brothers' mates were like, they were like some DJs in his year. So at the parties, it would be them DJing.
Yeah.
And then when they all went to uni, I was like, there's gonna be no DJs at the parties. So I like brought controller. My mate brought like the software.
Yeah.
And then my other mate, Albert, his dad had like a huge rig. So we'd just roll up to house parties.
In the farm? Or just the house
yeah,
parties?
sometimes we could do big ones at the farm.
Yeah.
Because obviously like curfews were never in it.
Because I've spoken to people like out in the country, because I know where Saffron Walden is, like it is pretty countryside vibes, and they like people growing up around there would literally just go to a farm or to a forest and just like set a fat rig up and just have a sick party. Yeah, it was warehouses here in London, and they could be pretty dangerous, so I'm lucky I don't go to them anymore.
Yeah, fair enough.
There's obviously like quite a lot of rave and D&B artists that come from Essex. You got like Keith Flint and the Prodigy, obviously.
Oh yeah, they live down the road. They're about 20 minutes from me.
There's Braintree, right?
Yeah.
They're from and then you've got obviously Andy C, who's from out in Hornchurch. So it's interesting to see. It's a global thing now, but it's interesting to see how different places kind of like relate to drum and bass. Would you say like you first got into D&B, or were you like more into house, or you got into dubstep or something like that? Because I know a lot of people, their entry point is like dubstep or like that kind of vibe.
I mean, God, mine was like, I guess jump up.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to start DJing. I wanted to play jump up.
Yeah.
Because it was just silly. It was just so funny, and like, you go on SoundCloud, find like so much stuff, and like filth, just play that. But I don't know. I think I got it was like all at the same time. It all just happened at the same time. Like started wanting to DJ jump up, but then also at the party, you can't just have jump up for the whole time. So you got to have like house.
You started to explore a little
so
bit.
like got well into like disco and like new disco and like all the groovy stuff as well, and then garage as well. And all that good stuff.
Yeah, because you know you're a multi-instrumentalist. You're part of a band as well, right?
I'm in a band called See Through Hands.
Yeah.
But based in Manchester.
Right. Okay. Cool.
So yeah, always kept the two kind of going alongside.
Yeah. Do you keep them kind of separate, or would you say they kind of like influence each other?
Oh no, always. Yeah. It's like, well, it was kind of like my dream was always to like have a band that could play dance music live.
Right. Okay.
Which was like what Porridge was all about.
Yeah.
But I'm not in Porridge anymore.
Yeah.
Because I left. But yeah, so it was always like, how can I get like instruments in like a dance music setting?
Yeah.
Basically. So that See Through Hands is kind of doing that, because it's very like New Order, like Prince vibes, but also like Duncan Jones is like, he's like a techno producer. Yeah. So it's got all of that influence coming into like this sort of indie music.
Yeah.
But then with the stuff I'm doing with the Piri and Tommy project, it's like all of my like jazz guitarist fantasies, like trying to like just get into like drum and bass basically. That's like what I'm trying to do. A lot of like Khruangbin influence as well. I love Khruangbin.
They're wicked.
Trying to just get like my fingers into a dance tune.
Yeah,
basically. That's always been the goal.
Yeah. I mean, let's talk about the Piri and Tommy project a little bit. So obviously, I said you've been on my radar for a while. I think it was Soft Spot was the first tune I heard, and I was like, right, it's different. It's got that kind of poppy vibe to it as well, but also in like, you know, quite an edgy and cool way, which I do think drum and bass as a genre doesn't tend to do very well. There's a lot of cliches like associated with it, like, you know, just talking about jump up and dance floor, that kind of stuff. But I think you guys have kind of nailed it in a very good way. How did that project come about?
Well, it was basically I met Sophie on a Tinder date basically. Yeah. And then we just started dating, and then Sophie just like was like, oh, show me how you make beats then. Yeah. So then got on Logic, started making like a house tune, whatever, and then just, all of a sudden she was singing on it, and then all of a sudden we like made a song. Yeah. So then we just like kind of kept going basically. And then Sophie's like, oh, you're always making drum and bass, like can I jump on a drum and bass song? So I was like, okay, how would Sophie's voice like how could I like make a song that would like complement Sophie's voice? Yeah. You know, what would it be like? What would it be nice, you know, for Sophie to sing over? So I was just thinking like, man, it's got to have like chords, but like very like mellow, not getting in the way at all. So I just went for like a kind of dreamy vibe. Yeah. Not too filthy. Yeah. But then I guess like, we had like, there's like the amen break section where it goes like big jungle vibes. Yeah. But yeah, just try to keep it like bubbly, because we always like, you know, we always felt that bubbly and dreamy were always the vibes that we kind of both really enjoyed in music. Yeah. Like we both really liked that sort of happy vibes music. So had to go for something. It's good to
see that it's like a very kind of natural thing, and you know. The music you're making is wicked. You've just had your single out as well. Words, right? Yeah. Which is different to the kind of D&B stuff you're doing. More of a garagey vibe. Yeah, definitely. How did that come about? Was it just like, do you get like sessions like every other day or something like that, and it just like comes naturally, or is it like? Well, yeah, it's like. Do you come up with a concept? How does the creative process work for you two? Mostly it's well, I obviously come with the beat first, and then Sophie just takes it away. Yeah. Writes a whole song over like 8 bars pretty much. And then then I just go away and mix it for hours. Yeah. That's basically what we do. But, I don't know, we kind of just like bounce stuff off each other. Like we'll listen to like, we'll just be listening to like a song and be like, oh man, we should do something like that. Yeah, yeah. But because it's dance music, and because, I mean, I've just tried to make every style of dance music. Yeah. Pretty much since I got a computer. Yeah. Like, so I'm always like, just listening to like random subgenres, like always like garage 1 week, then I'll be in like a neurofunk phase, and then I'll be in like a jungle phase. Yeah, it just keeps. And it all comes full circle when you're producing, obviously. Yeah, yeah. You take you know, influences from what you listen to. Yeah, 100%. So then, pretty much the way we're doing it these days is I'll just make beats and make 2 beats together. Send Sophie, comes back 2 songs. So yeah.
just basically working on the next album.
Next album, right? Well,
Yeah.
my next question was like, yeah.
Yeah.
What can we expect to hear from you next?
So yeah, we're gonna drop like. There's gonna be a remix of Words coming out.
Wicked.
From Hamdi, who's a sick producer, dubstep producer from Oxford.
Yeah.
Love him, really huge. And then we're gonna be dropping like a A and B side single in like June.
Okay, cool.
And
Summery vibes
June,
then.
July, yeah.
Drum and bass, garage. Can you talk
Drum and
about
bass, drum and bass, and like the other side's gonna be like a breakbeat hardcore sort of thing.
Wicked.
But like chill.
So that's going to be kind of new for you in terms of what you put out, right?
Yeah. So yeah, it'll be like our third drums tune, and then our first like kind of venture into like 140.
Wicked. I'm looking forward to hearing it, man.
Thanks, bro. Cheers.
Well, thank you very much for coming down, Tommy.
No worries, man.
We're going to get straight into it now. This is a Tommy Villiers guest mix. Big ups.